too much pleasure, but not much to rely on. Your love ain't free, it's killing me. I want it to end all, 'cause I've been trying, I've been waiting.
Let's go, boys!
All right, folks, welcome back to day 3. We have left the pool play behind. We are into the quarters, but no quarter will be given as we have an exciting matchup for you. Hot Chili against Fyshwick United. United starting out on offense. My name is Blair Monroe. I'm joined in the booth by the one, the only John Greenfield. What a fantastic match we have ahead of us today.
Oh, and as you know, Blair, I traded commentary spots in a big deal so I could watch and commentate this game. Really excited.
I mean, it's just such a fantastic opportunity here. These two teams really hotly contested quarter-final match. We've seen both of these teams on streams already. Some really great disc movement happening from Fyshwick. Match defense from Chile trying to shut down the momentum. Mikhail on the near side with the disc. Manages to get the break across to recenter to midfield. Finds Andrew Jackson. The defense slow to close the gap. Mikhail aggressive, trying to get free for the reset. Oh, contact, but plays through it. Beautiful intensity here.
Handle the movement, unable to connect with their receivers. Svartos now with the disc.
There it is, chipping through to the midfield and around the halfway mark. Fyshwick have it. Hoping for a reset. No filling happening, but Connor Mikhail managing to get that inside shot. What a find.
Excellent intensity on defense from Chile here.
Wheel with the disc. Mikhail again, hoping to finish. Has he got the legs? Oh, not quite. Defense from Michael Kelly's going to shut that one down and give Chile an opportunity here to make a break for the opening stages of the match.
And Mikhail there, trust throw to Svartos. Svartos very quick, but he didn't account for the slight breeze that is coming straight towards the camera here, Blair.
It's a really, really hard line to find, particularly as you're getting pushed towards that near sideline. So great vision by Mikhail, but Kelly in good position, using that wind as that extra defender. Evans with the disc for Chile. Wide cross pass to open the field up. The defense a little slow to get into position.
Kelly with the disc. Oh, what a boost there from Evans. An incredible shot.
David Evans, Chile with an opening break.
We've seen 24 to 24, brother to brother, length of the field shot. David Evans got the separation.
Mark the Sharks setting things up for Chile to take an opening bite out of this game. 1-up over Fyshwick United. Now, Greenie, we have seen Fyshwick in a bit of a precarious situation, one of their previous stream games. The first half ended with them at a significant deficit, but they absolutely ran things back. Fyshwick have demonstrated that they have the ability to really turn the tide in a game, but an opening break this early for a team like Chile, huge momentum setter. What a big deal.
It is, and we know that Fyshwick can come back from a big hole. That's what we've learned. Oh, what a special moment here. A lot of intensity, you know, and there was a calm build-up from Chile on the sidelines. But boy, they've come to play. That was excellent match intensity. Yeah. And, you know, to be fair, Fyshwick's movement around the disc, their resets were quite good, quite crisp. But, yeah, just that final shot into the end zone.
They were very, very patient with it. In contrast, when you see the way that Chile were resetting, they were having some high, wide options, maybe lower percentage throws, but out into space to allow the receiver to make the recovery. The Gak puts it up. Ragaki with the big pull. Fielded early. We are getting involved. A vertical stack from Fyshwick. A zone defense from Chile here. trying to arrest the disc movement. Big layout from McHale's going to keep it in hands.
That was clutch grab there from McHale.
Breaking through, right in the danger zone. Ragaki parked up in the deep space. We are with the disc now.
Oh. That was very crisp. I actually think Fyshwick enjoyed the fact that there was a zone. It really allowed them to take a breath on their offense. And Daniel Henning-Smith there finding AJ into the end zone. Daniel Henning-Smith getting that pass through the cup from Rob de Hollander. They really carved that up, and it's a shame. So much intensity on that first point from Chile on defense. I was hoping they'd run down and do it again.
Yeah, great work by Weir setting that up as well. Andrew Jackson in the end zone, wide open. The little push pass as well past Miller. Oh.
Yeah, they'd be very happy with that. Fyshwick O-line catches their breath.
But we're still in a situation, even though the game is tied, Chile are up a break. So even if the rest of the game is trading, it's going to be a Chile game.
Yeah.
So it's up to Fyshwick here to really pour on the defensive pressure. They've got some massive powerhouses on their side who can really turn up the heat, and we will see just how hot Chile can handle.
Yep. Justin Byron here with a pull. A big arcing outside in.
Oh, curving back in, going to touch down, a little bit of roll.
Shellard takes the Ragaki match.
Ragaki fires immediately, looking for Osmond. Oh, too little, too late on the layout's not going to be enough. Great territorial option, but they can't afford to give the disc away so early in a point.
Yeah, but shooter's going to shoot, and I think Ragaki with Aussie on a lead was never not going to shoot that. I totally agree. Look, but this is the opportunity to get back to parity for Fyshwick.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen quite a lot of opportunities throughout the course of this tournament already where we see those connections developing really well, really consistently early. As you say, Ragaki to Osmond, it's a just about guaranteed shot. Sai going cross field. Fyshwick to Byron.
Wait. Ragaki looking around. No, YC Sai. What a gutsy move. He is such a fields player. He is so bouncy, so talented.
And there's not a lot that I like seeing more than a finish like that. I mean, Byron, first touch on the point with the pull, final touch on the point with the score. Just has a wonderful symmetry to it that you can't beat.
Look at this.
Sai with the crossfield bomb.
He put it right over the stack, and the stack contained a 6'5" Tom Ragaki, and I'm sure Gak would have got up if he knew that audacious throw was going to go above his head.
That was all grit, no grace on that one. That was just pure muscle to send that one cross field.
And again, it was an instinct throw too. He didn't really think much about it. He just threw it as hard as he could because he was going into a slight breeze. Oh, that was clutch. So good to see that Fyshwick are also up for this fight.
Absolutely. The game is back on serve, even though Fyshwick are up. One break apiece. So holds here. The game's going to stay close. It really does come down to what defense is going to do on each point.
All right, a similar looking D-line here from Fyshwick.
Speldevind with the pull.
Oh, that's a nice, what a buttery pull. Floats it into the back of the end zone.
Quick centering pass to Ragaki. Is he going to shoot again? Decides not. Pushes far sideline to Mark Evans. Mark drops the hammer. Going for Riley. Oh, shooters are going to shoot, but it might pay to take a second on the trigger. Chile giving away 2 possessions on back-to-back long options. Fyshwick are punishing them for this. Something's going to have to change.
Yep, and you saw Riley Wood there trying to bash his way into position there because he knew he was losing on height, but to no avail.
I mean, great positioning, great physicality, nice intensity, and he did get a hand to it, but playing through that contact isn't really the option against a team like Fyshwick. Sai again, big fake. Chile have to respect his power.
Oh, what a grab from Sanger.
Goes through to Sai again. Quick centering pass. Speldevin uncorks it, coming near side.
Kluken.
Not enough developing in the downfield.
Kluken to Sanger for the goal. It's another break. Can anyone hold?
Oh, it'd be nice to, well, we've seen one. One hold so far, but Fyshwick up by 2 now. 2 back-to-back breaks so early in the match. I mean, I thought Chile were really setting the tone in the opening stages with that opening break, but Fyshwick have said, no, not in my house.
And it has come off the back. That's a timeout, actually. So we are seeing an early timeout call, and Fyshwick will be loving that. You know what? It's off the back of some deep shots from their main throwers. Now, I totally back that Chile's game. They have the best throwers in Australia, and they've got some awesome receivers, but they're still turnovers.
They're absolutely turnovers. I mean, like I said, the 2 breaks that we've seen now from Fyshwick have been off the back of long options from
Chile,
the defensive half from Chile. They've overcooked them, or they've thrown them into coverage. And I love having a good receiver that you can throw out to, but you've got to respect Fyshwick's defense. You can't afford. You've got players like Speldevin getting up underneath some of those discs, really applying that body pressure. You've got a receiver like Riley Wood, who in other circumstances is a 100% sure bet in the deep space. But against a team like Fyshwick, at 100% is 90. That 90% is 80. And enough of those options are going to give the disc to a team who's hungry, who's stingy, who doesn't want to give it back.
Yeah. And the defensive offense has been excellent too. What I love about Fyshwick, they are actually, normally they're quite conservative. They are taking their options. They're just seeing and they're just standing and delivering. That's a really good sign for them.
I mean, if they've warmed up well, they're coming in hot. They don't want to waste any time making their mark on this game. They come away with a win. They get a nice long rest before they move on to the semi-finals. It's a great spot to be in. But I mean, I would take a timeout at that point as well, right? 3-point bounce.
Yeah.
You're up by 1 on a break. You're feeling good. And then all of a sudden, bang, bang, bang. You've given up 3 in quick succession. We're only 12 minutes into the game. We're looking at about 3 minutes per point, including the interstitial time, this time here where we're waiting, where teams are talking about strategy. The game is very, very heavily in favor of Fyshwick in terms of momentum at the moment.
On this D-line, just you've got Juzzy's going to pull this one, but they've brought in, it looks like Sadiq and Henderson, Sandbridge.
High outside edge, it's going to blade in, looking to get some bounce off the ground. Plenty of time for the Fyshwick zone to set up. Managing to get to the far sideline. Quick recentering pass for Chile. Continuing to work. Is he going to shoot again? Decides to go for a midfielding pass. Finds Wood. Marked by Byron now. Mark Evans with the trailing edge grab. Or leading edge grab. Big hammer across the top.
Oh!
To a dead static Christie. Doesn't even have to move.
Well, you've brought... You're not going to stop Mark throwing a downwind hammer to an open receiver in the end zone. Pat Christie there finding the space. He's a import from Adelaide Outbreak from last year, moving across to Melbourne. That was a take your breath, hold. And Pat Christie there, very happy to get on the scoreboard.
So we'll see again. Riley goes through, finds Mark Evan, big fake. Sandbridge doing a great job forcing that sideline trap, but it's not going to stop anything overhead. Christie to take that one down. A great clean hold. 7 passes.
Yep. Now, the other thing here, Blair, is these two teams faced off in the bronze last year. And it was a statement moment for both teams because Chile in the previous season got relegated to Division 2. Won Division 2, came up in 2024, then get to the semi-final, which was an incredible effort. Meanwhile, Fyshwick, finally, they've been building, and they got to the semi. Both went down, 3-4 playoff, Chile winner.
I mean, and that's the peril, right? I think rivalries in sports have long memories. So Fyshwick know what kind of a team Chile is. They're not going to give it up easily. We're seeing Chile come down with another zone defense. Jackson poaching off in the near sideline. Can't get the disc. And cycles back through into the handler space.
And we see in the handler space, oh, that is a lovely pass. Svardos there doing really well. Connor McHale.
McHale near sideline now, marked by...
Hey, Young boosts. Svardos, can he get there?
No, that was gonna happen.
Oh, Svardos is quick. That was just too many revs on that, but I'm loving seeing A. Young going for his shots. And that was definitely the right option. He just needed a little bit more shape to hold it up. Oh, okay. Mark the Shark Evans is going to bring this up. This is a big moment now for Chile.
Match defense here from Fyshwick. So no transition zone. They're trusting their athleticism, their legs to be the winner here. David Hall trying to get free. Connor McHale switching things off. Chip shot around. Near sideline. Puts the big one up. Looking to fade to the far sideline. Oh! Chile have gone and done it.
And that was he had Mark Evans inboard. I thought he was going to give him the shot, but no, he just takes it himself.
Tafer to pull that one down.
Oh, that was really ballsy stuff from Chile, and they have got a lot of adrenaline running through the body there.
And we are back on serve, folks. 2 breaks apiece, only 1 hold.
Oh.
Just a phenomenal. We're going to see it again. Beautiful put up by Harrison White. Double coverage. Not going to be enough. We have ourselves a game, folks.
Oh. Trading breaks here. Oh. As we see this roster for Hot Chili.
Some great names, as we mentioned. Harrison White playing off to Tafer, number 33 for the score. Miller, Hall, Regacki, Dignam, Michael Kelly doing some great defensive work early on in the piece. And
just to note, TD Thomas Duncan, he's out with injury. And also, there is, we've seen a offside call from the game advisors. Fyshwick straight onto that.
3 back in the handler space, playing out of a horizontal, trying to use their cannons to stretch the depth of the field, creating space for the handlers to work in the upfield. 3 cuts immediately pushing deep. 1 stretching back under, slashing across the front. Gets rewarded. Fyshwick in position, near sideline. Hodson goes back across by way of Jackson, heading the far sideline now. De Hollander.
Great grab there from Hodson.
Looking for a reset, it comes out low, but it's kept in hands. That's going to be a turn. Chile with a chance.
Yep, just grass there, not giving you enough air.
A little bit more kindness. Would see Svartos doing a lot more in this game. I mean, he's putting body on the line. He works hard for Fyshwick. He's just not getting the kindness from his teammates. Wood re-centers to Narayan. Bleeser. Wood now working with Middleton. The downfield static. Now cycling through. Narayan, far sideline. Gets around, comes back to Turner.
Great to see Reggie Turner out there. He was injured. He has struggled with hip injuries through the season.
Blisa again. Far sideline in the danger zone. Svartos on the mark. Can't stop it coming back. Centre field. Puts the shot up. Quick give and go. Finishing. Oh, not quite. Good
Wow. That seemed to go just underneath the arm there. The shot from Reggie Turner I thought was money. Let's say again, you got to take that. It's just outside his hands. And again, we see this is a little bit of a danger zone throw into that corner because that slight breeze is just putting off the precision of the throws.
Oh, good grief. Breaks my heart to see connections like that not come through, especially in clutch moments of the game. Fyshwick with possession. Slowly working. Patience. No, it's not. Putting the shot up.
Oh!
Woods are doing a great job on the misdirect. Boxing out. The disc fades away from the intended receiver. It's not going to happen. Chile with a shot now. But oh no, the recovery. Well read by Turner, who puts a laser show up.
Oh,
looking
my goodness.
for White.
It was Reggie Turner to White. You can't believe that. Reggie Turner, he's missed most of the tournament. He's missed most of the season. He missed an open goal just before, but it does not stop. It does not hinder his confidence. He puts a absolute dime flick up after saving the offense with a heads-up play, and then this over the stack.
White's hands like the world's sleepiest crocodile. Oh, what a take.
Yeah, that was... So earlier in the point, I'd like to say that, okay, that we saw two missed throws, and I think this slight breeze is just affecting the precision, and also on AJ's throw. AJ put an outside in up to A. Young.
Now, just while we take a moment, folks, on your screen at the moment, you can see our championship ladder. These are the pathways we've got. Ellipsis against Sunder Dice as an option. We've got the Wellington Wildcats versus Juggernaut. Sunder Slice against Manly. And our game in the bottom right-hand corner, Hot Chili versus Fyshwick United. This is a 2-3 crossover from the pools. A really exciting match. We're expecting it to be a close one. The game is currently 4-3. It's a game of breaks, folks. We're seeing another timeout be called here.
Yep. And this time it must have been from Fyshwick. They want to take a moment. What I was going to say, again, I think we're seeing lots of intensity, but the precision of the throws are not quite there. And again, I feel like it's a little bit of the wind affecting that.
And you can see here, so the standings from the opening pool, we had Ellipsis 5-0 with a plus 25 point differential. Fyshwick 4-1, so they only lost to Ellipsis. They were on a plus 7. They've defeated all of the other teams. Mammoth, Manly, Heads of State, Juggernaut coming through. So a really, really good position to bring them into the quarter bracket and possibly giving them a little bit of an easier line to the finals. Although, if Chile have anything to say about it, it's not going to be that easy.
Yep.
On the flip side, our pools for standing for B.
Yeah, Pool B, obviously Sunder Slice looking so slick. Wildcats' only loss was to Slice, and Chile 3-2, Sunder Dice 2-3. So that's how they've come into the quarters in that order.
Yeah, a little bit more top-heavy in that Pool B. It really was the pool of death, Greenie. We talked a lot about that.
Oh, slight fumble there from Mambo.
Oh, but that's an opportunity here. They're in the danger zone. Jackson resets.
This is a poachy defense now from Chile. We've seen this before.
But it can apply a lot of pressure. They're not gaining much because those undercuts are having to come in nice and aggressive to get past that defense.
Great bid there from Mark Evans on the D.
Kelly on defense now. Can't stop the low shot. Mikhail in the handler space, working back with Svartos. A great find on the midfield. Big fake's not going to be enough. Oh, big bid. It's going to be a stoppage there.
Nick Hodson did well there. He was stuck on the sideline without a lot of options, and it will come back to him. This matchup, Mambo and Evans, is a great one. Mambo very important to the Fyshwick offense with his creative throws.
And what a player to set up in an isolation like this. We can see a lot of the Fyshwick downfield really removed from the disc, so they're looking to make things move through Weir here.
It was actually a contested offensive foul there.
Oh, I think there might have been a touch on that one, a bit of a slip. That's going to be a turn.
Oh.
Chile with a shot.
Yeah, Donnelly there just slipping as he went to turn on that one, carving up a little piece of the field. Evans now saunters to the disc.
Christie, little jinky, gets the reset. Laser show up that far sideline. Quick continuation to Kelly. Mark Evans in movement. Wide separation from the defense. Oh, a good cut to that far sideline. Not going to be rewarded. That inside breaks a little hard. Goes to reset by way of Christie. Comes around. Kelly again. Waiting to close.
Christie jockeying the offense, breaking with ease.
Evans in motion. Now coming near side. Oh, comfortably out.
Oh, Evans didn't see the sideline there.
Great work to stop that early huck up the near sideline, but it's not going to stop the one from center field. McHale. Not in. Quick reset.
Oh, great save by Mambo.
Necessary save. Fyshwick hoping to tie the game here, but there's going to be another call.
Oh, wow, the Evans to Evans connection there. Dave Evans just lost sight of the... suddenly the sideline disappeared for him, and he just, was well out. He was like a metre out when he caught it. Didn't realise it. And how many times has Mambo saved Fyshwick throughout this tournament with layout capture?
Yes. Greenie, the answer is yes. Oh, good little dishy, and the over the top. McHale for the score is going to tie the game for Fyshwick.
Yes, that was much better in their second effort on that offensive run. It was a dirty hold. Donnelly there getting the assist to AJ for the, or was that? Sorry, that was McHale for the goal. Wow, just there's so much to take in. But it just shows you the margins where we saw a receiver slip on to turn and get a disc, and suddenly, and we saw Chile here with about 15 passes in the red zone, and Fyshwick just hanging on for dear life, knowing the importance of stopping the goal.
But again, it was that Evans to Evans connection. Just didn't get dialed in. That big crossfield shot, high angle, but maybe not enough. If it had peeled back over early, that could have been a score. That could have been the game breaker. But we are here, 4-4, Fyshwick to start on defense on this next point.
Yep. Ollie will take the pull. Sanger, Blacklock, YC Sai, Byron, no, that's Sandbridge, Henderson. So,
really, really solid defensive line.
Yeah.
Sveldovin with the pull.
Rigacki comes on with Evans, so the two big shooters.
Well, I mean, that's something that they've given up in the early stages of this match. Maybe they're hoping to have it dialed in by now. Might be good to see that.
Somehow, and also with James French, I'm not predicting just a small ball effort here, but let's see how they go. A zone here from Fyshwick. Oh!
What a lucky take.
So,
back to Rigacki.
Now this is interesting because French there took the hammer and wore the contact from Sai. Now, Sai jumped blind, so really he should have no call on this. What he's saying is he's calling a travel after fouling him. So that's an interesting call. Let's see it. French takes it, cops the knock from Sai. He gets up.
That's a bit of an interesting one.
Yeah.
You can see him turn, so he is aware.
Yeah.
Looks like that's going to go
to
back. Pushes far sideline.
French is gone. They don't see him.
Turner working with Wood.
Tommy looks off Reggie Turner. His eyes are downfield.
Osmond again staying out of the downfield now, trying to provide that extra support in the upfield handler space. Mark Evans goes back to Regacki, pushes for the upline. It doesn't get rewarded. The Fyshwick zone slowing down that downfield momentum. Wood has the disc now. Marked by Henderson for Fyshwick. Loses yards on the reset to Regacki.
You can see Regacki, whenever he gets the disc, is looking for a hammer to break this zone up.
I mean, it's one of the best ways to do it. You can either work backwards and forwards across the front of the zone to try and tire them out, or go over the top in one big shot.
And if you're a handler for Chile, don't bother going for the give and go.
There it is, a big one. Oh, touched by the defense. It's not gonna be a Chile score. They're gonna be happy with that.
Ollie getting a hand to it. He's a tall fella. And boy, I was training with Fyshwick last season. He was just coming back from injury, and he has really slimmed up and looking really strong and fit. It's great to see.
Solid block by Hodson to give Fyshwick a chance.
Blacklock looked off.
Speldevind with the disc. Doesn't uncork. Instead, centers through to Sai.
Sai goes for it, but no. Interesting. All right. So he went for the same shape that he did on his beautiful goal to Byron before, but not the right option in this case. If he was going to go for that throw, he needed to flatten it out. He's just a little bit, white line at the moment.
It's all, yeah, we're seeing a lot of muscle from Sai's throws, and what we need is just a little bit more, just dialed in, just a little more bit of patience, a little bit more precision. Again, you've got throwers like Evans and Regacki on the Chile side. Just because you've made some good territory doesn't mean they can't fight back and claim that back with their cannons.
Yeah, exactly right. There's the hammer over the zone. Osmond with it.
Goes back to Wood. Back to Gak. And Wood again, that zone forcing them to work that far sideline. Sai stopping the near side resets. Hammer again.
Ooh, Sanger.
Well read. Osmond goes through. Lau hoping to finish. Recenters to Regacki. Hits the front cone on the near sideline for Turner.
Reggie with an extravagant goal celebration, and it was a sort of a nice ending to a very intense point.
He's literally hitting the gritty.
Yeah.
Hot Chili up by 1, a fantastic performance. Now, starting to see some of these points stretch out a bit, Greeny. How do you think that's going to impact these teams, right? It's the first game of day 3. We're starting to get into the real heavy hitters here. What kind of impact are these long points going to be having on the performance for some of these athletes?
Well, we talked about if you go back to game 1, we talked about these fields, and they're heavy fields, so it will test endurance over a full tournament of these athletes. I'm wondering right now if that adrenaline that both teams brought in to the start of the game has worn off a little bit. But also we saw offenses getting bogged down a little bit with zones being played against them. So yeah, I just feel like the energy levels of both teams have come down a little bit. So it'll be very interesting to see if Chile can bring a lot of heat to this point.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen them come down in a zone quite often. Narayan with the pull. Nice high angle. It's going to touch and roll. Quickly recovered. Some cramped handler initiation there. Helig Smith takes it from Jackson. Quick working back. Looks like we're seeing Chile move back to a match defense, although it's a little unclear. Some players looking quite free on that Fyshwick side. Mikhail has it over Kelly.
Oh, great work from Dan Hellig-Smith, a brave catch.
Beautiful reset, moves to near sideline for Jackson. Great handler cover to stop that reset going back to Hellig-Smith. Shearing has it, pushes up, quick give and go, hoping to finish, managing it.
Mikhail over Nathan Diggum for the goal, but Nathan Diggum there was doing a great work on the reset. He is an excellent match defensive player, and especially on the reset. So there you can see the work he was doing on Dan Hellig-Smith there, just shut him down. But he has to then, he follows Hellig-Smith down. Let's see the play develop. AJ pops it over, but he's in no position to go for the poach.
I mean, yeah, peeling off his defense at that last moment, recognizing the threat, great defensive positioning, great defensive thinking, but a little too late. You got to wonder, where was Connor Mikhail's defender in that situation?
Yeah, that's right. When you've got the toughest match on the pitch, you need to stick.
Yeah.
As we see the Fyshwick lineup, and AJ, Andrew Jackson, captain, along with Cal Sandbridge, they are the fire and ice of that team. Cal is all about process. AJ is all about free willing, baby. So, you know, they've got good leadership. They've got also Dave McManus as coach, as we see him talking to Connor Mikhail there on the sideline. But I think, and Connor Mikhail now is totally integrated into the team, and it just shows what a professional he is to come in just to this tournament and be able to integrate into the system of the team. And Fyshwick have quite a tight system, so very good.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a tough thing to do. You've got a player of a really, really high caliber. They might want to come in, and they don't mesh with the system immediately. They still make an impact, but it's at the detriment to the team synergy, because we're not seeing that with Fyshwick. Lipari with the disc goes back, finds Mark Evans.
Finds French on the sideline. He wants a reset. Inside to Evans.
Quick shot around to Wood. Side, low on defense, very aggressive. Back to Evans. Eating up yards, Lipari. Christie there as a reset, not chosen. Yes, he is. Can't hit that inside break.
Oh!
Big bid's not gonna get it. Osmond here. Christie getting involved, trying to take the reset. Another bid's not gonna do it. Blacklock making great defensive plays, but they're not having the impact he needs. Evans, inside shot. Osmond wanting to finish it here. Options towards that front corner. Lau with the disc.
Great patience from Osmond.
Christie getting his hustle on, goes back. Wood with it, high over the top. Needing to finish here. Mark Evans with the disc in the danger zone.
Oh, what a pro. You could sense that this was the goal, you know. I think James Osmond there, a great matchup with Jacob Blacklock, but he did the right thing, reset, got it in the hands of Evans. On the goal line, how do you stop when Evans has so many throw options?
I mean, that's the problem, right? Mark Evans is a little bit like carbon monoxide. Even the slightest leak and he's going to kill you.
Yep.
And you can see it here. The defense is really, really close on both the thrower and on the option. And it's just those couple shakes loose. That throw, I mean, gee, I probably wouldn't have had the confidence to put that shot up.
No. But you can see, look at him move from lefty. Can I get a lefty in? No, I can't. Can I get a little? No, I can't. Then goes back to a simple backhand to the open, well, the break side. So
I mean,
wow.
Like they say, get you a man who can do both, you know?
Yeah.
Chile back up by 1. A tight game. The perfect game to open day 3 of the Australian Ultimate Championships Division 1 here in beautiful West Beach in Adelaide. We've got Fyshwick to come out on offense now.
Yeah, and what a great recourse from the bronze medal match from last year to see these two get out again. They are so evenly matched, both bringing a big whale into the tournament.
Gack puts it up. Nice roller early. Allows the defense to get into position. The Chile zone again.
Oh, high one to A. Young. Has he got it? Yes, he has.
Great positioning. Body over Narayan. Can't stop the Fyshwick there. Connor McHale again.
Great work to Henderson there. Oh, Henderson!
Oh, Donnelly can't release it.
And Mambo there, he's been required to do full layout grabs to save.
Pretty much one per appearance on the field, really.
Yeah, can't get that one, just out of the fingertips.
Chile with an opportunity for a break here, and it'll be the first break in 4 points.
And the wind just picking up a little bit coming into the camera.
Hall on the far sideline, goes back. Reggie Turner doesn't uncork, marked by Jackson. Finds Regacki in the halfway, puts the shot up.
Oh.
Beautiful take by Miller.
Miller, an under 24 representative this year for Goannas. He knows that Regacki wanted to shoot, gets himself into the far sideline. Chile able to get it to the high side of the field, into the hands of the big bird, the bird of prey, Tom Regacki.
And just, oh my goodness, that big half-field shot, such a beautiful thing. Seeing it come near sideline, curving back in. Miller with enough separation. We're seeing again, Regacki recognizing there was no one on him. Helling-Smith seemed a little bit out of position in terms of closing. Maybe there was a little bit of poaching going on, but you can't leave a threat like Regacki that open.
Yeah. And look at okay, so we've got a backhand force there, okay? A no-round backhand, gets it to Gack. Now, Helling-Smith needed to seal off that throw because that was a break. McHale, although he was reasonably tight on Miller, the thing about getting it to the high side is when Tom was able to throw that, the wind is assisting the speed of the throw, not allowing the defender the time to get there.
Yeah, just a little bit of pick up and go, really. Now, Chile up by 2.
Biggest lead of the game.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lead this wide since those early back-to-back breaks from Fyshwick to take it 3-1. So, first break in about 4 points, which is a big deal considering the structure of this game so far, which was hold, break, break, hold, break.
Yeah, and you know what? This was a bit of a crime blare from Chile defense to again transgress the line and give Fyshwick position here with a brick mark start. Now, this is interesting. They've called for another disc. That one is pretty wonky, but the rules have slightly changed on your ability to get a new Frisbee from the sidelines. Anyway, here we go. Another zone.
McHale to Weir, goes back. Slowly chipping through. Svartos getting involved. Helling-Smith far sideline. McHale centre field. They're at the halfway mark. They can finish it from here. They've got the ability. Can the Chile defense stop it happening? Curls over. It's going to be a turn. We are giving a little bit much edge to that disc. It fades over on that far sideline. Chile with a shot here, hoping to take half. Now, we've seen Fyshwick in the same position before, though. Even if they give up the half here, we know what kind of power they can put on in the second half.
Yep.
Kelly takes it by way of Evans. Evans on the crossfield cut. Near sideline. Middleton getting involved, swirling in. Takes to the skies, gets it down. A little bit of slow movement in the downfield. Middleton, open, unmarked. Weir, slow to close. Goes back around. Evans, Bleeser in support. Puts a shot up instead. Oh, my godfather, David Hall breaks through the wall. Chile, 8, Fyshwick, 5. What a game this first half has given us, Greenie, my God. We have, by my count, more breaks than holds in this first half.
Wow. Yes. And in that defensive drive there, Evans, it was a backhand force because I think they feared Evans's flick. But in this situation, he got his, just pulled the backhand driver out, the Big Bertha, sent it to Hall.
Just well floated down right in front of him as well.
Okay, let's see this. Okay, shake and bake gets clear. Now look at this. The action on that throw, his mechanics are exceptional. AJ was actually in pretty good position, but Hall was already on a full sprint.
That, I think, is the key difference. It's the fact that Hall was ripping up on a tear. Jackson had good position, but was maybe trying to put a bit more focus on where the disc was as opposed to just putting his hustle on, right? And that's it, right? In a situation like that, particularly when you've got a shooter like Evans, just get your skates on and go, and he'll get the disc out to you.
Well, he hit Hall in stride.
Absolutely. So, Chile up by 3 over Fyshwick. The game heavily favouring Melbourne at the moment, despite a really early great performance from Fyshwick. However, as I've said a couple of times, we've seen Fyshwick do better from worse. And so the second half of the game is going to be the key. Cannot wait to bring you the action with ULTI.TV. Again, we've got 2 fields here at beautiful West Beach, Adelaide, for the Australian Ultimate Championships Division 1. You can upgrade your membership or head on over to patreon.com/ULTI.TV. Give us a little bit of money and we'll give you a whole lot of Ultimate. My name is Blair Munro.
And John Greenfield.
We'll be back very soon. And we are back, folks. What a game we have in the quarterfinal match on Field 1 for the Australian Ultimate Championships Division 1 here in West Beach, Adelaide, South Australia. My name is Blair Monroe. I'm joined with the one, the only John Greenfield for this exciting match. We've got Fyshwick United on the orange kits, playing out defense to open the second half against Hot Chili from Melbourne, currently up by 3. A fantastic performance in the first half. It's been a game of breaks, folks. Defense wins champions, that's what the people say, and it is no better exemplified than this match right here. We have had more breaks than we have had holds in the first half.
Yep, and the wind picking up here for the second half. I'd say it's about 15, 20 kilometres an hour.
It's a pretty good read on it. Connor McHale using that wind to his advantage with a nice high pull and a lot of float. Sanga getting down early on defense. Wood hoping to push towards the far sideline. Has to go midfield instead. Great bid's not going to do it. Lau with a laser show. Through to Reggie Turner. Decides to wind up the backhand. Holsters it. Safe reset to Christie, losing yards in the process.
Oh, shake and bake from Wood. What a great move on AJ.
Lau stretching into the deep space. Osmond. Danger zone. He's only gone and done it. Lipari with the score and an early hold in the second half to take Hot Chili to a 4-point lead over Fyshwick.
The perfect start here for Chile in the second half, coming out on offense, extending their lead and making it just that more difficult for Chile. I think Fyshwick will be most disappointed that they were able to work it down the near sideline, the downwind sideline, and do it pretty comfortably. Let's see with Blacklock, what could he do there? Oh, no, it was actually
Sandbridge having a great defensive play there, but just Osmond putting it out in front.
Yeah, let's have another look.
Yeah.
So, it was Blacklock on the earlier, it allowed that shot, and then, yeah, Sandbridge getting caught.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, though, I think Blacklock played that about as well as he could have. You're that close to the end zone. You want to try and create that narrow channel. Having that no around mark, really, really a good option. But you've got a cutter like Lipari pushing into that space, having 1 or 2 steps in front of someone like Sandbridge, who, I mean, you mentioned earlier, one of the best match defenders that Fyshwick has. But
that's right.
1 or 2 steps with that speed, it's going to be enough. Chile now up by 4. We're 53 minutes into the match now.
Fyshwick must hold here. We're getting down to the business end already, it feels like.
Quick centering pass. Fyshwick in a good position. Jackson goes wide to Young. Helling Smith getting involved. McHale loses yards to take the reset. Some great positioning. Big bid from Evans. And speaking of flight, ladies and gentlemen, a big shout out to Evans' sister Jenny, who's currently between Georgia and Turkey watching this match. Super excited to see her brothers currently up by 4 in this quarterfinal.
And Evans coming up. That one was for his sister Jenny.
Oh, but it comes back the other way.
And it was to Evans. Oh, jeez.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, breaking up the party is Fyshwick.
Puts the big shot up. Separations there, looking for Jackson. Evans underneath. Oh, good cover there by Tafer to shut that one down, but there's going to be contact on the play.
Okay, so AJ is actually turning to David Evans here to say, no, you boxed me out too hard, I think is what he's going to say. Didn't give me a chance. It is interesting because David Evans was backtracking into AJ, but I think from David Evans' point of view, he was trying to read the disc and he read it coming back towards him, but it actually held up and stayed flat.
Yeah, and I think, recognizing that Jackson broke free of Evans' defensive pressure as well, got close enough to make a play, but Tafer was there and it was clean. However, we're going to see from our game advisors, Aidan Turner, the only game advisor whose opinion maybe should be binding. Never seen him make a mistake yet. It's going to be a contested call.
That return throw, not exactly precise. But TD on the sideline, Tommy Duncan, that was the only input he's going to have on this game, unfortunately. High impact player. Oh, it's dagger in the heart. Right, here we go. Dan Helling-Smith. Ooh, tight.
Gets through to McHale. Oh, looks like an injury. Possibly
I hope
some
not.
collision.
No, there was a
no
collision.
injury there.
Yeah, so that'll be a pick. Just caught up in the stack there. Geez, we don't want to see Evans with an injury.
As good as Svartor says, you wouldn't expect him to see that much separation when he's being marked by one of the Evans brothers. McHale, an absolute shooter.
Oh! Helling-Smith saving it. Oh, he had AJ on an outside in on the fat side. Doesn't take it.
McHale with another sliding save. Can he finish? Decides to reset. Smart call. Conservative ultimate is what wins games. Jackson goes back to Helling-Smith. McHale. Svartos scrambling. Chip shot through to Jackson for the score. He's going to get it on the second attempt. Fyshwick back within 3.
In that point, we saw 2 layout Ds. One from Mark Evans to get the turnover on the Fyshwick offense, which is looking a little bit more crisp.
And then I
in
think
the
the other
second
one
half.
was Alex Young.
I might have been.
Might have
I
been
thought it was Kluken. We'll have to. We'll have a look later. But it was on David Evans from Mark Evans. So Evans brothers heavily involved, and I hope Jenny is enjoying the show here from the airport in Georgia.
I mean, if she's not, I certainly am. What a phenomenal game.
And that lovely, yeah, the 2. So the reason that Connor McHale is here, he's actually on his way to the States to play pro, I think, for Toronto Rush. But he knows AJ from a long time ago when they were both in Clapham, when AJ spent some time in London. So that was the connection. And it's great to see him over here. This may be his only chance to play an Australian national championship. So he wants to make the most of that.
Well, I mean, based on the performance that we're seeing here today, he's doing a good run of it. Fyshwick second in their pool, 4-1, only 1 loss through pool play, in a really, really good spot against Chile, who have suffered defeat twice in the tournament so far.
Righto.
Sveldevind with the pull, goes high to the outside, far sideline, peeling back in. Quickly fielded, goes to Wood. Lau pushing the far sideline, stretching into a deep cut, comes back. Low shot, saved by Regecki as he takes a knee. Uncorks to Lipari.
Oh,
No, he
doesn't! What happened there? My brain is melting, Blair.
Oh, less Andrew Jackson, more Jackson Pollock, the way he splattered Hot Chili's hopes of an early score in the half. Sai on the crossfield reset, marked by Lau. We've got, what a pivot, good grief. Little stumble over a mid-limbo Riley Wood.
I thought for a minute there we're going to see a Bo Kittredge with AJ jumping over the top there as we see this again. This is outrageous.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely outrageous.
What a huge block.
You know, Lipari, to his credit, just went, you know what, mate, that was a good play. I'm not going to call anything on that.
Sveldevind. 2 options for the reset. Goes for the over-the-top high release backhand to Jackson. Sambridge trying to get involved, but it goes to Blacklock. We're seeing a stoppage on the field.
Now, I like this. So AJ had the chance to continue the swing over to Sambridge. He chose not to because what he wants is to get it up to the high side. And he will get that because Blacklock managed to lose his defender.
So for the folks watching at home, when we talk about high side, low side, the high side of the field is where the wind is coming from, the low side where it is coming to. If we can have the disc on the high side, the majority of our passes don't have to go into the wind. We have a better opportunity to use the wind to control the flight of our discs. It allows us to set up some really creative opportunities on those downfield long shots. So great work by Fyshwick to hold that high side and keep using the disc there to set themselves up for success as they breach that halfway barrier.
We're seeing a couple of picks here just slowing the play down, which actually works in favour of the Chile defence.
Wood on defense. Byron coming through for a reset. Goes to Jackson instead. High shot over to Sambridge. To Sai, marked by Lau. Again, those deep pivots from Sai, getting a big bite out of the defense. Sambridge coming near sideline. Byron with the centering pass. Sambridge continuation. Blacklock marked by Christie. Jackson with the hustle. Big layout, not going to stop it. Speldevind with the score to take the first break of the second half. And Fyshwick to come back within 2.
Andrew Jackson's a Speldeman there, finishing off a fantastic point. Great defensive pressure from Chile, but they are unable to stop the break here. What a fantastic point. We're really seeing a game, both of these teams really digging in now. Oh, well, geez, Blair.
I mean, this is what we've seen from Fyshwick already.
Look at this pass here from Sambridge.
Nice low release. And it's this next one here that I love the most. You can see, great work, Jackson there. Bidding Lipari opens it up. There's unmarked, he can put it where he needs to. Nicely run down by Speldevind for the score.
I was a little bit worried, actually, that Blacklock had gone to the backhand because I thought it was more of a flick, but he just wanted to make sure. You can see he almost willed that pass into AJ's hands. And once AJ had it, he's a shooter, and he was happy to get it across. He's the main playmaker on that line for Fyshwick. As we see a nice little smile and a wave from Andrew Jackson. He's got a big smile on his face.
And an impressive plus-minus of 4 for the game so far, with 2 goals, 2 assists and a block, with only 1 turnover. Some phenomenal performance from Andrew Jackson here.
Now, we're connected on LinkedIn, so we sort of follow each other's professional profiles. And he's just finished his Prince 2 in project management. And I think it should have been Prince 2 in game management, because he is the game manager for Fyshwick.
So I think that might have been a small timeout there.
Oh, geez, we were so amped that we missed that.
Oh, I mean, hard too. Nice and efficient. Fyshwick already taking the line. 7 players on the field, ready to go, hoping for another back-to-back break to keep the game tight.
And here, Blair, we see Connor McHale coming onto the D-line. This is business time. Dave McManus out now, just sorting out what he wants from the defense. I can't imagine anything but a match defense at this stage, but we may see them go to a zone. But I feel like at this point their best chances is to really get under the grill of these Chile receivers.
Yeah, just hit those one-on-ones and make them count. I mean, that's how we've seen Fyshwick succeed so far. That big block from Jackson before was a one-on-one matchup. McHale with the roller pull to bring it out, pinning them down on the near sideline.
Great pull. Perfect.
But looks like we are actually going to see that match defense.
That's the throw they wanted to stop.
Not fast enough to do it. Evans with the disc. Regaki in the midfield.
Ooh.
Osmond takes it through contact from Blacklock.
That from Blacklock was a bit too much. He knows it. I'm really glad to see Osmond get up from that one. Yeah, it's all enthusiasm, but yeah, too much body. Osmond needs a reset here. Oh, another big beat from McHale.
Evans now, far sideline. Regaki is going to hit the far sideline reset. Can he finish from here? He's hoping to. Evans.
Wow.
Effortless. What a take as Hot Chili shatter the double-digit barrier, going 10 over Fyshwick's 7.
Okay, Blair, what I loved about that was the stack discipline from Chile. They held their diagonal end zone stack and allowed Evans there. Evans did a bit of a stutter step. He jammed up the line, put the brakes on. He was going to come back, but realised that Connor McHale hadn't adjusted his position, so he just went ahead with the cut. So we'll see it here. Okay, yeah. So watch, puts the brakes on and then continues to go.
And McHale giving up the disc early. You could see him. hands out. What is this?
Yeah. And, you know, the danger, it was great from Chile because Fyshwick knew with Tom Rigacki with a disc in his hand, they can't give up the downwind goal from a hammer or something like that.
No.
So they've got to stay pretty tight to their players so they can't come and poach in the lane.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wow. That was really smart work. And watching Rigacki and Evans work together, what a... if they can keep that combination going and they get through this game, that will be a danger for any team.
I mean, looking at the way that our scores are set up at the moment, as the nice roller pull pushes out the back of the end zone, it's going to allow them to bring it up to the front of the end zone. So great leave by Fyshwick there. If they'd made contact with it, they would have had to take it at the back of the end zone. So smart work.
Yeah, that was A. Young there just going, you know what, let's bring it up to the front cone.
But in terms of assists for Chile at the moment, 4 from Mark Evans, 3 from Rigacki.
Yep.
If they can stop those 2 shooters, that's what Fyshwick need to do. Goes back to Young to McHale.
Okay.
Looks like a stoppage in the downfield.
And there've been a lot of pick calls for the Fyshwick against the Fyshwick offense. So whether they're not getting their stack right or whether Chile's being a little precious with their positioning, not sure.
Oh, big bids means the disc is going to hit the ground, and Chile with a shot here.
Great shutdown defense from Chile.
Both Evans on the field at the moment. It's going to be Mark to pick up. His brother David marked by Henning Smith in the downfield. Reggie Turner goes up and around. There's a lot of float underneath. McHale's going to steal it back.
A real skyscraper.
McHale doing the most. Young now near sideline, a little bit of contact on the mark there.
Oh, Reggie, that was a bit gratuitous, my friend. He shrugs his shoulders and says, well, yeah, no, not contested, but he certainly stopped the flow of Fyshwick down the line there. And
all
now,
gas, no brakes.
A. Young is looking at the resets. He's got AJ and McHale and Henning Smith all in the reset space. So interested to see what he does here.
McHale centre field at the halfway mark.
Oh, a tight reset to Henning Smith. Back to McHale.
Can't stop it. Hodson puts it deep. Well taken in by Donnelly for Fyshwick. Although, it looks like there's going to be a question back in the upfield.
Interesting, yes. So Dave Hall, I'm not sure what he's saying there. Is he saying, well, let's have a look replay, but I'm not sure what this is contested.
Here we go.
Let's have a look. It was a great low put. So he does...
Unclear what happened, and I'm not seeing any hand signals from...
Right. Yeah, so we just heard from Tom Rigacki on the sideline that Dave Hall is suggesting there was a push-off to start the cut there. And I think Donnelly's saying, well, no, you actually hit me. So there was obviously some contact before Donnelly made his cut. And he's going to say, well, I'm still sticking with my foul, so you can contest if you want. Yeah. Yeah, it just looked pretty benign, but the disc will go back. So Dave Hall sticking with his call there. And now Donnelly, with the defense ready for the open side, is going to have to, again, find a reset here, and he's got 2 back. Ooh, tight.
Yeah, Harrison White giving up too much space there. McHale, little spin move, goes back to Young.
Yeah.
And
so
another call.
What we're seeing here, yeah. And Helling-Smith just demonstrating what he's feeling, which is he's feeling like he's being tackled on the mark there by David Evans. And there was, he was bodying Helling-Smith up there. And I, as a player, really don't like that because it gives the defender so much advantage. If you can body your player and watch the disc, that is a huge advantage. Yeah. Right here. This coming back in. This is a clutch moment in the game, isn't it, Blair?
Absolutely. Young with it now. Uncorks. Open in the end zone. No hesitation. McHale pulls it down to bring it back to a 2-point game.
Reggie Turner there took a knee, hands down. He really put a lot into that point. Felt that Chile had a chance. But in the end there, the reset to Helling-Smith just wasn't on. They couldn't find it. So in the end, they just went for the Hail Mary to Conor McHale and just trusted him to come down with it, which he did.
I mean, what else would you expect?
Yeah, as we see here, this was a tight. Look at that. Oh. That was the turnover. And it was getting it up to that. The break side there is tough, but
it's that recovery there, that immediate hard work. Let's get it back.
That was Reggie's throw. He shook his head as soon as he threw it, and what an incredible grab deep.
White maybe overloading that jump a little bit, throwing off his timing, came up a little slow. But as you've mentioned before, Greenie, you've talked about the high side, low side, that far side of the sideline. That's where the win team seems to be coming from. So throwing it into that, a little bit too much edge of that front edge of the disc, a little bit too much lift. It's going to push it through. Conor McHale, 3 goals, 1 assist, and only 1 turn. So still a really solid performance, putting in the work here for Fyshwick. Probably a block on there that we may not have counted as well, considering he just got that steal back after that turnover.
Yep, we've got Juzzy here. A great outside in pull.
Well fielded, goes to Ragaki. Early, marked by Shallard. Evans unrips to Osmond. Who else?
James Osmond. He missed one earlier from Mark Evans, and Mark Evans put a little bit more shape on it for him. AJ Jackson was actually at the back of the stack waiting for it. As soon as Mark Evans got the disc, he actually just sat there in the back and waited for it. But as we saw in the game with Wildcats and Sunda, sometimes when you're at the back of the stack and you're ready to peel off, if you don't have them empty, you still can't make up the ground.
Absolutely.
So let's have a look. Yeah, so watch AJ Jackson here. He knows this is coming.
So peeling off from his assignment, Christie. In a great spot, but just even a metre to the side. I think a little bit metre too close to the camera. It's going to be enough.
Yeah. And again, because Mark is on the high side, the disc is going to travel quicker to the end zone.
Evans' 5th assist of the game.
And Blacklock there. It's been a great battle between Blacklock and Osmond. Osmond getting over Blacklock on that one.
So a 3-point game, Fyshwick to start on offense. Like we said here, 1 goal, 5 assists, and a block. Mark Evans being involved in more than half of Chile's scores at this point in the game. Fyshwick don't seem to have an answer for him at the moment.
Yeah, even with help at the back, it's not enough. Ooh, that pull not going as intended. And it sails about 50 metres away from the back of the end zone.
Like a low-priced auction item that is gone. Fyshwick in a great positional opportunity here. Likely to take it from the brick mark.
Helling-Smith adjusting his visor and his sunnies.
A horizontal stack for Fyshwick. Supported in the upfield space by Young and Weir.
Straight match here from Chile.
It's good to see them changing things up a little bit. We've seen a lot of zone from Chile this game. Kelly aggressive on the handler defense. McHale with a body shot.
That must have been a high count there, Blair.
Absolutely, it's not the kind of throw we'd have expected to see. Weir again. Hodson, chip shot through. Again, Smith rips it. Oh, Weir, unfortunate. I mean, he's done so much for his team. He just keeps getting left out to dry.
Yeah, but I'm noticing the Fyshwick offense getting pushed to the near sideline and unable to reset. This is great defense from Chile. But just then, I actually thought Mambo could have just held his line. He was worried about the defender coming across. But if he held his line and just ran along with the disc, he may well have had a shot. As we look at the replay, see how he came in there. He could have just kept going along and maybe got it. One
of the perils when you know you have that height mismatch, especially with a player like Sam Middleton, if someone like Sam Middleton is behind you with that height advantage, if he goes a fraction of a second early, you have to do something, otherwise you've given up the point.
Big shot goes up. Oh, what a block!
Off the hands of Tafer.
Hodson.
Great work by Hodson.
Oh, it's Hodson saving the bacon for Fyshwick and keeping them in this point. What a clutch play.
Huge moment.
Okay, Blair, what I want to see? I want to see Fyshwick not get stuck on this near sideline. Let's see what they can do here.
I mean, we know what Chile's priority is on defense here. It is to try and pin them down to that near sideline. Big bid, quick to get up. McHale gets the left-hand shot off. Jackson loses yards, but breaks back to the center field. Cross shot, huge bid, not gonna be enough. Doesn't rip it, gets to Henning Smith. McHale with a little bit of a shimmy, trying to get around David Hall.
Okay. Hall saying that was I think it was an offensive foul accepted by Connor McHale. Very interesting.
Losing yards, getting the reset, putting a shot up. Nice early reset, some good movement. Henning Smith now, or Hellig Smith rather.
Right now, another call. So we're seeing so many calls in this from the receivers, slowing down the Fyshwick offense.
Big bid, not going to be enough. McHale in the danger zone. He can put this one away. Well done, well found. Jackson in the end zone again to bring Fyshwick back to a 2-point deficit.
Woof. Okay, well, they survived thanks to an incredible D there from Hodson in the backfield. And finally, they were able to get it across to the high side and attack from there.
We're going to see another timeout called, and probably a necessary one, where the first half was dominated by breaks. It was a defensive game. Here, only one break so far out of 7 points played in the second half. So everything else has been holds. They haven't all been clean. Some have. There have been a couple of turnovers. But where the offense has given up the disc, they've worked hard to get it back. It's been mostly offensive possessions here in the second half. So we'll see what adjustments need to be made. Fyshwick putting on a really, really good show. Chile with enough of a cushion that they can just hold on. They'll be able to win the game. We've taken a step away from the bad old days where it was a win by 2 requirement. At the moment, we're racing to 15.
Yep, at 11-9, as we see the players line up, do we have the Evans and Gak show? No, it's just Gak there. His partner at the back will probably be Christie. Osmond is on.
I was going to say, if Osmond's on, we kind of know what they're expecting to put up.
And Blacklock, no doubt, will take that match again.
Speldevin with the pull, doing what he does. Nice and high with a lot of float.
Straight match here from Fyshwick.
Horizontal stack getting set up.
Flick force too.
Lau pushing the up line. Osmond getting involved cross field. Working with Christie now. Osmond's going. Osmond's gone. Oh,
yeah.
a great early jump by Kluken to throw him off. It's going to generate the turn and give Fyshwick a shot to bring it back within 1.
Somehow the matches got mixed up there. Kluken, the shortest man on the Fyshwick roster, left with the tallest receiver there from Chile. But Kluken did well, held his space and forced Osman to go underneath the disc sailing with the breeze. Osman slightly misreading that, you'd have to say.
I mean, it's almost comical just how early Kluken went, but that's all it takes to throw off even a seasoned receiver like Osman.
Yep.
That's the thing. You don't know how high your opposition can jump. If they're on defense and they go for it, you've got to do something. Sandbridge with the disc center field, pushes
Lovely.
far side.
Oh, Kluken completely open.
Working the near sideline, Speldeven. Takes it gentle. Byron, marked by Christie. Christie getting big.
Now another pick call. We are seeing so many picks called from Chile, and again, I'm not keeping an eye on the stack to know what is going on, but clearly something is happening. Now the other thing is, Byron there missed a couple of chances for upfield. Didn't want his backfield reset. So now I think this is a clutch moment here. He has got to get this off the sideline. And again, the pick call really favouring the Chile defence here. It slowed down the offence. Now we've got a
bit of a fight starting on the sideline
with the splendidly dressed coach for Chile and the discussion. And there's a little dance going on, you'd have to say, between Mikhail and the Chile coach. Oh, well done, gets the up the line.
Sandbridge fakes the hammer over Lau. Low reset off the hands of Shellard is going to give Hot Chile a chance.
Well, it was a lovely backfield reset from Sandbridge, but just too low there. And as Shellard takes the Regaki match, he needs to get his arms out and stop a huck here.
No, he can't stop it.
Overcooked
for Reggie Turner.
So you saw Tommy put it just a bit too much angle on that, and it was always going to get carried by the breeze.
A little bit more float might have given the speed of Turner an opportunity to pull that one down, but it wasn't going to happen on that position.
And Turner is probably not at full speed, having still struggling with this hip injury. He is a fantastic receiver, and Tom loves looking for him, but he gave him no chance on that one.
Fyshwick want this, you can tell. 2 points in it. Oh, style from Sai. Shellard again, quick recenter.
Well done, Sai.
Goes to Sandbridge, far sideline. Lau can't stop the shot going up. It's double coverage. Who's there? Oh, Speldeven with the one hand, hoping to finish.
Oh, Kluken with the goal. What a grab from Ollie. He actually went up over his teammate, Sam Shellard, which is quite a feat. I thought Sam had the read on it.
Beautiful take to bring Fyshwick back within 1.
Oh, Blair, this is getting tight, and as we saw Fyshwick come back from 8-4, now they're coming back from 8-5. It's a 1-point game. Yes, they've got to get another break here. In fact, they need 2. But, geez, wow. Look at this. Watch Sammy Shellard was in space. Well, yeah, Sammy Shellard was coming over the top. But Speldeven there just getting into an open Kluken, because Kluken was like a crummer in Aussie rules. He just stayed off the pack, let the big boys go for it, and he was ready for the crumbs.
Oh, that's exactly it. You always need a cleanup crew.
That is such a clutch moment.
And necessary. Now, it's super important to recognize the only team who have managed to generate a break in the second half so far have been Fyshwick.
Yes.
We've seen a lot of holds. We've seen a very offensive-dominated second half, but Chile are giving up their lead by not pouring the pressure on defense.
Yeah, well, and also overshooting with their long shots.
Which, again, we saw was kind of symptomatic of the first half of their game as well. We had Evans and Regaki give up 2 points early by overthrowing those, and Fyshwick were able to generate those early breaks.
Here we go.
Mikhail with the pull. Once again, seeing that same setup. Regaki a few meters in front of the receiving handler. Evans rips it, looking for Osmond. Blacklock. Oh, he's not going to stop him. Christie closing. Lipari's there as an option. Lau with a hot chase. Riley Wood gets it. Hoping to close here.
Stoppage. There's actually an injury. Wait, Lipari is holding his arm. There's obviously collision. Okay, pick called. Lipari stays on.
Curious to see where this pick came from.
But Riley Wood on the line for a 12-10 lead.
Evans,
oh,
little shoulder contact. They're gonna stop that immediately.
Look at this. We've got the whales that have been brought into these two teams matching up in a clutch moment of the quarterfinal, trying to keep their dreams alive for getting an Australian title. Of course, Evans having done it in previous life, but this is a great boss fight on the reset here. And yeah, there was a pretty solid bump there from Mikhail. Mikhail saying, well, I was kind of running my line and you tried to move into it. But I think there was definitely contact from Mikhail there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Evans is currently proving the barrier to Mikhail's opportunity to win an Australian Nationals.
Yeah, yeah. Another Australian National. But and so for Conor Mikhail, this is it. Yeah, this could be his one big chance.
Now, just a heads up as well for the folks at home. The score is currently 11-10, not 11-9. So we're going to update that scoreboard for you shortly. It's a 1-point game currently as we're closing in on the 90th minute. We've got a 100-minute soft cap. We'll talk more about what that means as we get closer to the end of the match. But we're just waiting for this play to resolve now. It's going to be Wood with the disc. Looks like the disc is going to come in on stall 5. Not able to finish that.
Oh, he had Christie, I thought.
Evans.
Oh,
Lipari. Oh, Lipari, what a snake cut through there to pull that one down. The score is 12-10. Hot Chili up by 2.
Now, I've got to say there that it was a mistake from the defence to allow Lipari to claim the open side cone. There was just a little jink back. You've got to forget about that. Your main job is to protect the cone. So Chile closing 12-10. Opportunities become less here. As I thought he had Christie there. Now watch. Now you got Evans, the main shooter. Now watch there. He makes Bowen prop there. And that was the mistake.
It's just the intensity of that jab step. He pushes towards that open side. That's clearly the cut that he wants. The jab step back towards the break side, recognizing that, hey, Evans is going to be a great thrower regardless.
But
and that's something that Byron has to respect in the downfield. He can't give up that break side cut, so he has to respond to that jab step, and that's what allowed that open side separation.
I know, but Blair, in that situation, what's the greater threat? You're on defense, you're always playing the percentages. And the percentage there was protect the cone. If he gets it inside, well, good luck to him.
Absolutely. Evans with the pull. It's going to turn and roll.
Ooh, nice, Mambo.
Good recovery by Weir there. Pushes far sideline for Fyshwick. Hoping to keep the game close. Young to Jackson. Dignam on defense. Helling Smith, not available as a reset option. Mikhail on the far sideline. It's going to turn early, and Chile with a chance here.
Reggie Turner raises the fist. He knows that he did enough there to make that a difficult throw for Connor McHale. Connor McHale couldn't thread the needle.
Chile hoping for their first break of the half. Working with Wood in the upfield. Goes to Kelly.
Great reset there, back in the middle of field with Michael Kelly. Back to Evans on the near side. Wants calling for his cutters to come closer.
Pushes far side, near sideline to Wood. Very, very close here. Hands up for players poaching. Decides to let the reset go through. It's Kelly. Chip shot through. David Evans fakes the scuba.
And it's Evans to Evans for the goal. That's a break.
Chile back up by 3. 2 points away from a win. I mean, if they keep up this pace, we're going to be hitting to soft cap in no time. Some really phenomenal performance by both of these teams. The amount of pressure.
There we go. Here, look at this, the brothers. Jenny, I hope you're watching that. Oh, brother to brother. That was a great moment. Oh, wow.
And a clean break there from Chile. Getting the disc, their first break of the half.
And Mambo just found himself out of position behind Mark Evans.
Oh, second chance Mambo. You feel, you got to feel for the guy. He's doing everything right, and he's just getting stitched up so often.
Yeah. And yes, well, but what a beautiful moment. Let's just savor that. David Evans to Mark Evans.
2 points left in it before Chile advance to the semi-finals. Fyshwick with a longer run, but not an impossible one. We've seen them recover from far worse deficits than this.
Yep. This will test the mettle. This is what they have trained so far hard for, what they've been building towards. They get to 4th last year. They want to go further. They have to score here.
Regaki Paul fielded by De Hollander. Once again, Chile down with a zone. Tafer at the front, Narayan in second wing position. Can't stop the continuations. They lose yards to it. It's Hodson through the zone now. He's patient. Quick reset to Jackson. Henning Smith, midfield. Goes far side. McHale one more time. Hodson stretching the field deep. Decides to get looked off in favour of the reset. Goes to Donnelly. Hodson now overthrown, and Chile want this.
Yes, it was the downwind throw. He just put a bit too much on it, and the speed of that was just, the height was perfect, but he just put it too far in front with too much juice on it. Wow, now this is it, Blair. They just have to get this disc back.
Fyshwick can't afford to give it up now. Regaki re-centers. Narayan.
Oh, Shering is holding the deep space at the moment. He's kept coming off his man.
Blisa getting involved. Regaki can't get the huck. Helling Smith's too oppressive, but he can't stop the hammer to White at the halfway mark.
What a clutch hammer from Regaki.
Beautifully floated shot to Max Miller. Through the middle of the zone, goes again, there's a pick.
Okay.
Probably why Blisa had as much separation as he did. At least that's the argument Fyshwick will be making.
All right, but we get a reset here, but now Chile is past halfway.
Jack Donnelly on defense. De Hollander trying to shut down the reset to Narayan. Regaki stretching the deep space already. Supported there by White. Chip shot through. David Hall. Narayan unmarked. De Hollander slow to close. Lets it go to Miller instead.
Not in my house.
Donnelly with a big D. You can't spell Donnelly without a capital D, folks.
Oh, that's brilliant. Look at this. Just sat up. Got the big mid out. you cannot ask for a more of a clutch defence than that.
And Fyshwick need it. 5 minutes left on our time.
We've got a injury here. Hollander is going to come off for Weir because a Chile player, we see Reggie Turner come on. He might have been Hall maybe.
I think maybe taking a tumble on that.
Yeah, it was Dave
bid.
Hall. Dave Hall clutching his head, turning away from the game. So, rightio. From the corner. It's not Coffin corner, but it is still a corner. Shot straight away to McHale down the sideline.
Shearing, stretching the deep space. Wide open if they can get it to him. Cuts back under. It's Donnelly. Deep space. Hale with it. McHale with an uncharacteristic drop. We've seen nothing but safe hands from him all tournament, but he's given the disc back. It's going to be Turner now. Threads through the Fyshwick defense. Miller. Undershot. White has it at the halfway mark. Goes through. Bleeser pushing far, finds Narayan.
Oh, great bid from AJ. Not enough. Get up.
Fakes the hammer, winds it up, comes back around to Tafer. The defense takes its time getting in position, Shearing slow to close. Turner puts it up. The man, the myth, the legend, the Gak is back, folks, as Tom Ragaki pulls that point down, taking Chile 1 away from a win. 3.5 minutes left on the clock, a 4-point lead for the Melbourne side.
And you could hear a pin drop as Reggie Turner threw that. It's almost like Reggie Turner turned up in a bar and everyone just stopped and looked at him because Tom Ragaki was open on the open side.
I mean, it really was. It was like he kicked in the doors to an Old West saloon.
Let's...
Reggie Turner. Reggie Turner. Nailed it. Beautiful point there by Chile.
Turner couldn't believe his luck. He just had an open Tom Ragaki. Tom Ragaki, not known for his goal celebrations, decides to go for the oldest one in the book, which is a slap down spike. Tom Ragaki with 1 goal, 3 assists, 2 turns. With Tom, when you got shooters, you want to make sure your goals and assists are over your turns, and currently he's doubling that.
Well,
so,
I mean, I think that's the thing. You mentioned that, you know, it's a rarely seen disc celebration. We more often see Tom Ragaki on the other end, on the sort of shooting side of the score.
Well,
there.
in the last 10 years.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, Tom and I had our first tournament together in 1994 in Melbourne.
I was 5 years old.
Well, he was 17, and he took a grab over the top of a player and put cleat marks into his face.
Ooh.
Came down and broke his arm.
Whose arm? Tom broke his own arm.
Tom broke his own arm on the highest grab I have ever seen in my life.
I mean, to be fair, that's at least sort of generous, right? If you're going to cleat the other guy's face and you come away uninjured, that's just unsporting.
Yeah, they both went to the medical tent together.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard, like, you know, break a leg, but that's a little bit ridiculous.
And it wasn't the only time in his career that Tom has broken his arm going for a ridiculous bid. But no, he spent most of his early years as a bird of prey in the end zone. But as I've always said, that the best receivers, they really just want to be handlers. They just get sick of running all day and not getting it.
I mean, that really is a cutter's retirement, isn't it?
Yeah. You want more disc? Hang around the handler space.
Absolutely. Evans with the pull. He's going to let it rip. Turning over early. Touch and roll. Fielded well. Quickly recentered. Jackson near sideline. Weir. McHale getting involved now. Jackson again goes to Shearing. Far side. Marked by Tafer. Hodson can't get the 1-2 up the line.
Good grab from Svardos.
McHale hoping to close here. They need perfection from here on out. Jackson to McHale.
Thought he had the shot there, but there was another call Another pick call from Chile on the Fyshwick offense.
There's our 100-minute cap, folks. But with the score being 14-10, we're going to be playing to 15 regardless.
Mambo takes over.
Finally, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Finally getting that reward in the end zone to bring Fyshwick back within 3.
Yeah, he's very, very deceptive pace too, Mambo Weir. He's like his sister. You don't expect speed, but his power off the mark is exceptional.
Oh, don't even start me on Kaya Weir.
Oh, Kaya Weir.
Oh, cannot wait to see the Manly Mavericks playing again throughout this tournament.
Yeah.
5-0, undefeated in pool play for the women's division, doing a phenomenal job throughout. Just an absolute beautiful performance. The two of them, Kaya Weir and Holly Reeve, doing a huge amount of work, not to mention the other phenomenal players on that Mavericks team who we'll get to see a little bit more of later on.
But the job's in front here. This wind is picking up again, ruffling the shirts of the Chile O-line. It's not going to put a player off like Tom Regacki. Now, with this closing shot here, 14-11, they bring on the two big guns, Mark Evans and Tom Regacki. Got his favourite receiver out there in Reggie Turner.
And Osmond, I believe, on the field as well.
Oh, I've missed that. Oh, yeah, he's down the side there. Yep, here we go.
Mikhail with what he hopes will not be the last pull for Fyshwick United's opportunity to move to the top 4. Great roll on that one.
Can't centre it. That's a win for Fyshwick.
Absolutely. That early move by Chile is always fielded and centred to Regacki first. Evans has it, far sideline in the back corner. It's a bad place to be. He decides to let it rip. Looking for the gack. It's fading. Oh, he's got it. But a pick's been called.
Oh, okay. I cannot believe that Byron there allowed Tom to get goal side of him with a disc in Mark Evans' hands, saved by a pick. And we've seen a lot of picks in this game. Did that affect anything? We just have to assume that it did. But what a clutch throw from that backhand side to let it sit for Regacki. Regacki was the only player ever going to catch that one.
Oh, yeah. We're going to try that again. Evans one more time, marked by Mikhail. Sends it the same. A little bit more length this time. Regacki again.
Time out.
Oh,
with a count on
veteran
one.
Call.
Okay, that would have been a turnover at the start of Tom's career. Luckily, the rules have changed and Regacki retains the disc with a count on 1. Shellard to bring it in.
Maybe less of a veteran call. Lupari available as the reset option.
Wants a scuba, doesn't get it. To the sideline now.
Turner hitting that front cone, not an option. Regacki wants to finish this. Wood can't break free. Lau clearing out. Evans can't touch. Manages to recover that one. Looks like they're all calling that in immediately. Great sportsmanship from the Fyshwick side. Chip shot around. Riley Wood, marked by Jackson.
There it is.
The Gack with the golf swing. Ty Gack Woods. Hot Chili with a win. 42 really is the answer to life, the universe, and everything here in the Australian Ultimate Championships Division 1 in West Beach, Australia. Fyshwick United, a phenomenal team. A Cinderella story comes apart in the quarterfinals. Chile 15 over Fyshwick's 11. What a phenomenal performance by both these teams. Heavily break dominated in the first half. A lot more offensive dictated in the second half, just as we saw here. A great pressure by Fyshwick to give the disc back.
I'll just say here, Blair, again, it's a stutter step that allows Tom to get open on the open side. And that was a mistake there from Sammy Shellard to allow Gack the front cone on a backhand force. As you see Wood here.
Patient with it.
Clutch throw straight to Tommy. Flings it down. Golf drive number 1. Got the big Bertha out and sent it back down to the end zone.
And Look at that team. So, Hot Chili, 7 breaks to Fyshwick's 4. Fewer turns, 15 turns total for Fyshwick, only 12 for Hot Chili. Chili walking away with 7 clean holds. Now, 3 clean holds for Fyshwick just speaks to how much defensive pressure Chili were putting on, and it has paid off as they advance into our semi-finals with a 15-11 win over Hot Chili. Hey, folks. My name is Blair Munro. I'm joined in the booth by the inimitable, the impeccable John Greenfield. Please stay tuned as we move on to a women's quarterfinal match, and then moving into our quarters and finals tomorrow, the Australian Ultimate Championships 2025 in West Beach, Adelaide. Head on over to patreon.com/ULTI.TV, give us some spare change, or bump up your YouTube membership if you want to catch the action happening on the other field. We'll catch you again in the next one.
In the name of giving more, we're offering access to more games via our YouTube membership plan.
More action.
More of the best teams, more of the action, more ways to watch.
ULTI.TV.